Hello and welcome to Wildfox Builds, and today I'm going to be building all in blue. But in our class video I was building in different shades of blue. This time I'm building with every single shade of blue all combined together to make one blue. So these are the 7 shades of blues I'm using, as well as some transparents as well. And yeah, so that's what we're doing in this video. Let's get going. So I also figured that I would still use the characters from our other video. So you've got all these characters. I do have names for them. I can't remember them. Anyway, let's get building. So first of all, let's get out a big base plate. I don't want to make the build too big, because even though I have enough pieces, I want to focus more on making it detailed. So starting off with these big warehouse walls, because first thing I want to do is kind of make a garage. And these walls seem very garage-like to me. So just positioning them well in the on the base plate, because I only have 3 of them, and then building out with some transparent pieces to make a mat or place for all the vehicles to sit, and finally just reusing that old bike rack that you used in the other video, but this one with a bigger gap for one of them, because that's where the motorcycle can fit. Because if a bike can fit in a 1x1 gap, hopefully a motorcycle should be able to fit in a 2x2 gap. And smoothing over the floors also means that this can just sit there nicely. So there we go, we've got the bike in one slot, and then we just got to re-add all of the little medicine kit to be the motorcycle's handles and stuff, and that just fits perfectly there. And then building out the walls a little bit to just building it up a bit, so then we can add the garage door. So the garage door is just here. It's just made of these transparent bits, and I can't actually make it roll up, but what I can do is I can put it here, and then you can slide it in and out, so it's kind of a bit like a garage door. Just got to smooth over the floor so it slides a bit more smoothly, and there we go, you've got a functional garage door-ish. And then just building this up a little bit, because I want to add another floor above this with proper little house-like things, I guess. And so yeah, that just fits there. Not room at all, but it does fit, which is pretty cool. And then just adding, building it all up so it's all at the same level. And just adding on a bit of extra support at the side so we can hold up the next floor. And then just smoothing it over so that the top floor can come on and off without too much trouble, hopefully. So just smoothing it all over. I'm trying to keep it mostly the same shade of blue, because otherwise it looks a bit weird. I had to at the front there, so we're just going to pretend that it's a garage light. There we go. And then just extending the wall a slight bit over here to put one of these pieces in. Just got to connect it quickly with some little clear pieces, or transparent pieces, and then here we go, there's the switch that'll open or close the garage door, which is just there, and all the vehicles are coming out by the time while I keep swinging it all around. And then I'm adding in these big waterfall pieces, because I think they would make a cool window door display thing to close the garage in, but also still make it open, and also I don't have that many big pieces. So I think this will work, just having a glassed entryway, matching on both sides. It's not quite centered. I had to build out on that side, but that's because the build's not centered itself. And yeah, there we go. It just fits there. And then we're building out with some more blue little tiles out front, and sticking just some jumper plates over here, because I ran out of those tiles, and I have a lot of these color jumper plates. Just kind of build up some little garden decorations. And just building up a little bit, and that can just sit there. And of course this is blue, so I feel like I needed to add a pool of some description. So we've just got a little pool. It's not that deep or anything, but it's just a nice little pool that you can stick your feet in, go for a little bit of a swim or something, because it's quite small. And just building up the sides a little bit to keep the water in the pool, and then smoothing it off and making, I guess, the entrance out. Sure, something like that. And anyway, now we're onto the top floor, which I'm using this little half-size base plate, and just building it up with some big, tall columns with a little gap in the middle for some sort of balcony window thing. But making sure it's safe, so we'll put a little fence there so they can't fall out that easily, hopefully, because it's just an open window. And then building it up, because I'm not adding a roof and I'm not adding another floor after this, so I can just add little bits of some spiky decorations up top and just smoothing it across, the rest of it across anyway, sticking some jumper plates on the floor. And the first thing is I'm putting a water bottle and a cell phone, two mobile phones on this table, which is just going to go there. So that's how they don't really fall out the window, because there's a table right there. So it's kind of a bit hard to fall out the window. And just sticking in a nice little seat, and they can just fit and they won't fall out backwards, which I think is really cool, because something that's kind of annoyed me about some of the Lego tables is that they'll just fall out of their seats. This one is a lot harder to make them fall out of their seat, which I think is pretty cool. And just cleaning this off, because there used to be a sticker on there and it's left some residue. And just keeping on going around it, because this is a little cushion that's just going to sit on the floor in their little building lounge area. I guess, this is just kind of their lounge, their chill out space. They've got a garage, they've got a pool, they've just got some chairs and cushions and a little table. Here's one of those reclining chairs, so it's got the little thing out. And then adding on a final little bit of wall painting, because I've got that hook over there on the left or the right. I don't know, it's over there though. And there we go, that just sits over there. And now we just have to stick this back on top of the garage. Just have to try and click it in, and then that will be our build. So just gotta click it in, and it is removable. So I can just pull it off if I want to access more of the garage, or I want to play with the little living room area kind of separately. And this doesn't work here anymore because I've added that in, but if I flip it around, then I can just pull it out from the back, which I think is still works. And just got to put them back in the bike racks because they're falling out from all the movement. And yeah, let's just stick them all in some little spots. Someone's on the reclining chair, someone's out in the pool or ice skating deck. I'm not really sure what it is anymore. Someone's at the desk, someone's on the cushion, and someone is in the garage tinkering on their vehicles. So yeah, this is the whole little build. I think it's quite cool. I like all the different shades of blue, because then you can still, I think you can make some really cool builds with it. So this was the blue build, and yeah, that's it. So thanks for watching. Bye.